I've been in the Johnny Eames gym this week and I know they're very confident about Ross Minter's chances against Michael Jennings. You're not so sure, are you, Spencer?
I think the most difficult thing about boxing or being a pundit on boxing or being filmed about these things is when you know the two combatants. I know Michael Jennings nowhere near as close as I know Ross Minter. I've known Ross Minter from the amateur days. Really, really nice guy. I know his dad, Alan Minter, who's a former middleweight champion. I can't say enough about Ross Minter's heart and the tenacity that he brings to the sport, because he's such a fit guy. You were down last week with him, and you must realise, like, this guy's a decimal point kind of guy. He knows what calories to take, how far to go running. Well, this is the type of guy that is very, very meticulous on these things, finer points. But in saying this, boxing-wise, look at his record from the time that he's turned professional, on the time that he's turned pro. The guys that he's beaten, he's actually meant to beat the guys that he's beaten. On the guys that he's beaten, and it's been a kind of like 50-50, like the Freddie Carolla fight, he was actually tipped to win that fight. Boxing News done their survey on that fight, and he was actually meant to be tipped to win that fight, and unfortunately he didn't win that fight. Also, he's a big, short, squat guy, very, very compound, very built guy. I wonder how hard it is for him to get down to the weight. I spent a week with him when he boxed on the Contender Show last March, and last March, he found it difficult then. He was not struggling, but he still finds it difficult to get down to the weight.
He wasn't at the weight when I spoke to him last week.
He wasn't at the weight?
No.
Yeah, so on those things you know firsthand now, Ciaran, he wasn't at the weight then. How is he going to be now, coming in, getting down to that weight, and then fighting a guy who's a very, very slick, he's a slick boxer, counter puncher. Slick boxer, counter puncher, for a guy that is a bruiser. If you think, you watch, you could be Ross Minter. Stand up in your stance now. Ross Minter's moving his head side to side all the time, side to side, throwing in the left hook. Most probably the left hook, where the left hook's going to be coming around this way. For the left hook, right, he's going to block that shot, come through the middle, throw the left hook. Because I've seen this guy, how he trains Michael Jennings. Michael Jennings' game plan is actually to box. I've seen him for years. He's so slick, sits down on his punches, got a brilliant jab. He's got a very good team around him. A team that you would say is slightly more experienced than Johnny Eames. Even though Johnny Eames was a superb amateur fighter himself, superb amateur coach, and gone on to be a professional coach. So if you look at this fight, in hindsight, I would see, not a late stoppage, I could see Michael Jennings easily picking him apart and winning his fight on points for the simple fact that he's the more schooled of the two.